At the end of the day, the customer is the patient. Never forget that. And we all want the patient to get the best outcome they possibly can.
Well, the key thing for us has always been about collaboration and education, I think, with VP. And it's never really felt like it was about a pressured sales type of thing. So that's always made VP feel unique.
My observation of VP is that it's a company that's not like any other medical distributor.
It's training, it's education, it's product development, it's product marketing.
We're able to deliver more than just what is classically known as distribution. We're going beyond distribution.
The type of teaching materials that VP have developed, they're amongst the best in the world.
I think Adrian's graphic design instincts came to the fore and helped a lot in how we could explain things better.
Any new product is going to need a new technique, and any new technique is going to need teaching.
Time is key, so if you've got a very succinct way of delivering very complex content, it's always going to work.
The fact that Adrian was a graphic designer was going to radically change everything that we were doing, because he could visualise what we were trying to explain and then explain it back to us in visual terms.
We would all communicate better when we had bits of kit that we all understood, and I think that was what was interesting about VP, is they were a bit different.
The whole design-led thing is about understanding problems and finding solutions. You can't draw what you don't understand.
I think more and more the relationship between VP and clinicians like myself is one of collaboration.
And in fact, not just in the UK, but globally. We've worked now with healthcare providers all around the world.
The Asahi brand book that we created was a massive project. The word ichiaku is basically the act of drawing a continuous line, suggestive of Japanese calligraphy. The concept was to take that, blend it with the wire technologies. There was a lot of work we did around the heritage of the company, but also the fact that they produce really high-tech, innovative products.
That went from nowhere to become market leader.
I thought I probably, when I first started, was quite good, and then I realised I wasn't. I had a bit of a setback when I suddenly realised there were other people out there who were a lot better and had learnt a different way. And VP were linked with them and linked with Asahi. And it was a great, crazy journey of, right, actually, this is time to learn and enjoy it.
These posters sit on the walls in the cath lab. The colour coding relates to the spool colour of the wire, so the doctor can easily identify which wire they're using.
We've evolved in a synergistic way that has been mutually beneficial, which you don't always get.
We're so invested in ultimately the safety of a patient, and if a consultant and an entire team understand how to use that piece of equipment, where to use that piece of equipment, and have got all information and feel empowered through education, then we are providing a safe environment for a patient to have a procedure.
The whole team is educated, so nobody's ever on the back foot. Everybody knows what's coming next. Everybody knows what the next piece of equipment is.
If I developed my own device and I wanted someone to represent me and I wanted someone to believe in my product and get it out there into the hands of clinicians who can use it wisely and appropriately, then VP is the obvious choice.
These are the people that you have to go to because they set the gold standard of what distribution can look like.
There have been many occasions where what they've helped me with has been above and beyond all my expectations.
We have the power to make a difference.
From my own department, people are convinced I work for VP because I talk so highly of VP. They are absolutely convinced I get paid.
I feel like I've inherited a reputation just by wearing the badge.
The vision now is to move quicker and safely, and to help technologies get to market with the right level of education and training to support them.
Whether it be creatively, whether it be technically, or in an education capacity, we can be of service.
I guess the core of it all, though, is a kind of a belief in human goodness, human kindness, and a desire to make things better. And I think if we can hold on to that concept, and sometimes that's a struggle when we see all the sorts of bad things that happen in the world, all the easy cynicism there is to have, if you can hang on to those core things that people are ultimately good, and it's the acts of kindness in the world that define humanity, there's purpose in that.